Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another 4K Blu-ray collection update and unboxing. If you guys don't know me, my name is David, and I review movies here and at CinemaDeviant.com. I started doing this as a way to give people a heads up as to what's coming out now and in the upcoming weeks as far as physical media goes. We have quite a bit to take a look at today. Not a whole lot, but a lot of stuff around the TV show route, which doesn't happen very often in one single video. But yeah, nonetheless, and there's also some personal pickups in here too. So let's go ahead and get started. First up, we have Outlander, the complete 7th season. So this show, I've watched bits and pieces of this show, not a whole lot, but I know my wife follows it a lot, and she really loved this season quite a bit. So she was super stoked to see that I got it in. And she rewatched it, and she was like, "Yeah, it's so good. You need to watch it." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna finally put aside the time to watch it from beginning to end." I started season 1 already, which the show has a premise that, like, I would not have expected. I would have totally thought, if you look at the cover here, totally different type of show. I guess you would think it's completely just a period piece. That's where I'll say, and it is to a certain extent, but yeah, totally, I guess, mind-boggling to me. But I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm really looking forward to catching up and getting up to 7th season. My wife already said that it was really good, and I told her no spoilers. So here we have, right here, it does include Outlander Untold scenes and exclusive bonus content. Right there. And there goes the back there. Gives you a synopsis of what it's about. And then the few special features that are there involved. Right there. Alright, let's pop this open. Does come with digital copy. And here we have, let's see. We have all the discs here, which is pretty cool. Let me see here. So it's disc 1, right there. Disc 2. Disc 3. And we have disc 4, which, wow. I'm already like, what? Disc 5. This doesn't happen very often. And disc 6 right there, all with discard, different discard, which is really cool. And then the thing I love the most, and the thing I always harp on, is episode guides. You know, with a TV show, an episode guide is always appreciated in one way, shape, or form. This one chose the route of interior artwork right here as the episode guide, which is very cool nonetheless. Or an insert is a welcomed thing also. I always love episode guides. And then here we have the front, back, and spine for Outlander, the complete 7th season. And this one is out now from Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. So, what do you guys think of Outlander? Have you guys watched the show before? If you have, let me know what you think about it. Is it worth going the 7 seasons? I think so, just from what I've seen so far. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Really, really curious about that one. All right, next up. This one is actually, I got as a giveaway prize. I don't enter, things very often. And I just kind of did it on a whim. Shout Factory was doing a giveaway. They had a free movie Fridays on Instagram. So I would say right now, be sure to check them out on Fridays. Because you really could win. I didn't even think I was going to. I just entered it just to enter it. And yeah, so I ended up getting Halloween 3 Season of the Witch Steelbook right here. So very, very cool. The only reason I entered it was because Halloween 3 is one of my favorite Halloween movies. Funny enough, like it's the movie that kind of stands out, obviously. But it is one of my favorites. It's so good. And yeah, so I was kind of floored that they emailed me and they're like, "Oh yeah, you won." And I was like, "What?" All right. And I don't have this Steelbook at all. So that was really, really cool. I love the artwork right here. Uh, and they do state that, you know, whatever you win from them, they found it in a warehouse, so it's not, you know, completely 100% nice looking. Um, which when this came, it came like the shrink wrap was on there. It just was like torn, and it has like maybe like a dent right there. But again, it was a cool prize, you know. It's free and very very welcomed thing here. I love wraparound artwork, and Shout Factory does it best with their wraparound artwork for their steelbooks and stuff like that. So very very cool. And then we have the interior here, Halloween 3 with some discard, and then that quote there: "Watch the magic pumpkin." Watch. So very very cool. And again, front, back, and spine for Halloween 3. And this one, it was a cool little prize here from Shout Factory. And and if you're curious, you know, here goes all the synopsis and the special features as well. So that was really neat. Next up is a movie that is from what I've seen so far is kind of divisive with the audience out there, and it's a Blumhouse movie, which I was already like, okay, for the most part, Blumhouse has never steered me wrong. You know, I always kind of come out the other end watching a Blumhouse movie with, okay, that was fun, you know, and that is Woman in the Yard. So this one here, yeah, like I said, I've seen the crowd kind of divisive on it. Me, I'm on the side of I enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed it. It's not your the type of horror movie that you would expect. It's more psychological, I guess you could say. I mean, yes, there are the typical horror tropes in it and things like that, but the story is more psychological horror, I would say. And yeah, it deals with certain topics that maybe are a little, I don't want to say controversial, but maybe hard to talk about, hard to touch on in some cases. But like I said, I actually really enjoyed it. I thought that aspect was a nice touch, and something that, you know, you don't really see very often in horror movies. So, yeah, I'm on the side of I enjoyed it, and it is on Blu-ray, and digital copy. No DVD in there, but there goes the back there, and the few special features. I'm starting to see like less and less special features on home releases, and you know, it's a little bit of a bummer, but yeah, hopefully, you know, maybe we get more special features. Hint hint, wink wink. I don't know. It does have a digital copy, and here we have the Blu-ray disc right there. No discard or anything like that. Just the typical reflective there. And there we have the front, back, and spine for Women of the Yard. And this one is out now from Studio Distribution Services and Universal Pictures Home Entertainment. All right. So like I said, yeah, I mean, if you guys have seen this, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm almost gonna guarantee that a lot of you guys are gonna say I did not like it. I'm gonna guess. And for those that did, you know, let me know, like, you know, what your honest thoughts are. And those of you that didn't, let me know your honest thoughts. All right, next up is a TV show that I did not anticipate, I guess, being as good as it was. I love the original, and to see this prequel series come out, and it kind of threw me off a bit because I didn't know it was coming out until it was already premiering, and then I was able to check it out, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. That's Dexter Original Sin. And on Blu-ray, this is the Blu-ray Steelbook here. It includes featurettes there. But yeah, cool. This is on Blu-ray. I was kind of, like I said, it caught me off guard. And then seeing the cast, I was like, okay, this is a little weird. You know, seeing prequel versions of the characters you know from a previous show are always a little weird. But this dude here, he like knocks it out of the park. I feel like he does a great job at playing Dexter. And then you have the rest of the cast here. You have like Christian Slater, Sarah Michelle Gellar, which I'm a huge fan of. And you have Patrick Dempsey. All those kind of round out that cast and really give it a solid base for a TV show. It's only 10 episodes, so it's not that bad of a watch. It was a fairly easy watch. I do have one complaint though. It's a tiny bit. I wish there was more Sarah Michelle Gellar. I feel like she needed to be in there a bit more, but I loved all the characters nonetheless. Very cool show, and a great watch. And to get ready for the new Dexter show. That one I did know was coming now. I think it's called Dexter Resurrection. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Let me know what you guys thought of this one in the comments too. Because, like I said, I didn't even know that this one was a thing until it was already premiering. I guess that's how out of the loop I was with Dexter stuff. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. It was kind of cool getting back into that world of Dexter. That was a show that I really loved when it first came out. It was really fun. So, again, cool steelbook here. Fantastic. And there goes the back there. It has the synopsis and a special feature. That's the featurette, I guess, that they were talking about. But I feel like the cast was pretty solid. I'm thinking, this is just my thoughts, thinking out loud, that they got a cast like this, a supporting cast, because maybe they were unsure and they were like, well, if we have, you know, some big names, it'll help the show. I feel like the show kind of didn't need it. Don't get me wrong, that supporting cast is awesome, but I feel like the show was pretty solid enough to stand on its own. So I mean that's a good thing. And then here you have in the back Harry's code, and that's pretty cool. And it has a list of all the commandments, I guess you could say. But very cool. All right. And then here we have disc 1. There. We have disc 2. It has the episodes on the disc as well, which is cool. Essentially, it's like its own episode guide. So even that, I welcome that as well. That's very cool. Disc 3. And then for the interior artwork, you have a nice shot there of the Morgan family. And here we have the front, back, and spine for Dexter Original Sin. And this one is out June 10th from Paramount. All right, fantastic. Very cool. Like I said, really cool show. Yeah, kind of caught me by surprise, and I really enjoyed it. All right, next up is a movie that was supposed to be a show. It's under the umbrella of a franchise that I love so much, and that's Star Trek. And that is Star Trek Section 31 right here. This is the 4K Steelbook. It does have 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and digital copy. Starring Michelle Yeoh. So she's reprising her character from Star Trek Discovery. There's a lot about this show, or this movie, that I would love to dig deeper in, but I'll try to keep it brief. This was, like I said, a movie that was supposed to be a TV show. And already there, I feel like it had the odds stacked against it. it's under the Star Trek umbrella. Like I said, it doesn't entirely feel like a Star Trek movie, uh, but it's a great action movie, nonetheless. It does kind of give a little bit more story to her character and this group of people that she's with, but I don't think that it hits all the marks like it probably should have, like it could have, as a TV show. Um, Now, with that being said, that it does feel like it condensed everything from like a possible season of a TV show into this film. And that's a good thing and a bad thing. Because you do see, a lot of the, like, you could almost watch this movie and kind of pick out, okay, that should have been one episode, or that should have been another episode, kind of thing. Um, and so that was the only thing that I guess was going on in my brain as I was watching it. Is it enjoyable? Yes, I enjoyed it, nonetheless. Again, it is different. So if you are a classic Star Trek fan, you're gonna be a little confused, and you're probably gonna scratch your head a little bit. But with everything, I guess, that Star Trek is trying to do to move forward into the future as a franchise, I welcome it. I think it's pretty cool to do new things, try new things, and I actually really enjoyed it quite a bit on 4K. It looks amazing. Just throwing it out there in case you guys are wondering. This did premiere on Paramount Plus, so you already do have that high quality 4K streaming aspect to it. So the picture quality looks amazing. But yeah, really good. I would love to see more. They the way that they left this movie, they kind of left it obviously open ended. Hopefully, or open ended enough to where, yeah, they could possibly pursue more entries with this crew. I would welcome it. I think it would be nice to have something kind of, I guess you could say, off kilter to your typical Star Trek adventures. Yeah, I think it would be kind of fun to see more of this stuff. So section 31 here, they said on 4K. Here goes the back here. If you guys want to know what it's about, and the special features are there as well. All right. So if you guys are Trekkies, let me know what you guys thought of it, or have you guys seen it? If you have not, I encourage you to check it out at least. There goes digital copy, and here we have the 4K disc right there, and the Blu-ray disc right there, and a nice shot of Michelle Yeoh right there is the interior artwork. Really cool. And there we have the front, back, and spine for Star Trek Section 31, and this one is out now from Paramount. Very cool. Like I said, not if you've watched Star Trek a lot in the past, this, you're gonna be like, what is this? But keep an open mind. I really enjoyed it. Next up, we have another TV show, and that is Dune Prophecy right here on 4K. This is the complete first season. I was unsure about this. Again, being 100% transparent and honest, I was unsure about this show because I feel like the movies kind of encapsulate like a lot of lore in just the two movies that have already been out, and it's like, how do you expand that? I mean, there are ways. There's more. From what I understand, there's more books and things like that, more stories, side stories to tell, almost like the Star Wars universe. They have like the extended universe and things like that. the, I just I was invested in the characters in the movie so much so that I was like, well, do we really need a TV show? Upon watching it, I was like, okay, I could see how this could be cool, you know, and exciting for especially the bigger fans of Dune. Um, I would just consider myself a casual fan, but I actually really did appreciate the show. It told a good story, had some really good I don't want to say backstory, telling me backstory, but it's more expanding everything, expanding the lore, giving more information and things like that. For people like me that are just casual Dune fans, I would say it's actually really cool, and really informative at that. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed it quite a bit. So very cool. This was another show that I didn't know was coming out until it did. And here we have what it's about, and the special features are there as well. So I wasn't catching it week by week on Max, but I tried to watch it as I could, and yeah, eventually I watched the whole thing, and I was like, okay, all right, like I could easily say yes, okay, I was wrong. Like this was necessary to be out there. So I'm wondering, how long are they gonna, or how many more seasons would they put out of this until, like, say we had got a third movie, um, and yeah, I guess that's the curious thing that I'm about. For you Dune fans out there, if you guys are big Dune fans, let me know in the comments, like, how much more of a story is there out there, book wise, or just in general? Because I'm curious to know, like, is this something that could be done for like years and years and years? Yeah. Anyway, so very cool. Um, the show really reminded me a lot of, like, I mean, it's the obvious, like Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, things like that. That's what it kind of gave me vibes of. So I was like, okay, I can understand easily how people could get super wrapped up in this. Here goes, season 1, disc 1, right there. Season 1, disc 2, right there. And season 1, disc 3. So the discs are kind of like, two of them were stacked right here, and then one of them was on the other side. And then here we have the front, back, and spine for Dune Prophecy, the complete first season. And this one is out now from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. Yeah, very cool. I love the visuals. I guess that's the biggest thing for me, for any Dune property. Even the games, like there's that game that's out that just looks amazing. I love the visuals of this world. Next up, we have another TV show. I told you guys, this is like super TV show like forward in this video. This is for a show that I really love. Um, it's a comedy show that I watched when I was younger, and it just on a whim, I would like it would come on TV like at a certain hour. I think it was like towards the evening, and especially on reruns, like the repeats and things like that. I ended up watching this series like time and time again, probably about at least 3 times over, at least. And that is the Drew Carey Show. I love this show, man. This is the Drew Carey Show, the complete series on DVD. This is one of my favorite shows of all time. A show that introduced me to a lot of comedic actors. These guys here. And also opened the door to like improv comedy and things like that, which I absolutely love. But yeah, super stoked to have this. I as I'm looking here, it's 9 seasons, which is insane to me. I would have never thought upon watching the show initially, and if you watch the show, if you have not seen the show, it's easy to think how could the show go on 9 seasons. Once you start getting into it, it's pretty easy to see why. It's very funny. Drew Carey is a very underrated comedic actor, especially back then. He wasn't even really an actor, to be honest. I think he was just a comedian that got a show. This was during that time. I don't know if you guys know of that time in TV. Every comedian was getting like a TV show, a sitcom. But yeah, this one was really good. And the intro song is so good. It's still stuck in my brain to this day. Very cool. You have here seasons 1 through 5, and then 6 through 9. Right here on two sets. And there goes the back. Tells you what it's about, and the special features are there. And this dude, Drew Carey, went from this to ended up being the host of The Price is Right, and that's crazy to me. Let's go ahead and pop this open because I am super stoked to have this in the collection. I love this show. Let's see here. And let's take out these sets here. So we have 1 through 5 here. And there goes the back of the set. There goes the cast there. I mean, if you look at the cast there, very much a lot of people that you've seen before in various things, you know. And let's pop this open. So we get this kind of box set here where the interior just comes out and it has them all here. So some of them got loose a little bit. Well, we'll deal with that. But very cool. All the sets are here, all the way up to season 5. So you have season 5 disc 3 in the back. I won't bore you with all the details, but very cool. Solid box set here. And then here we have 6 through 9 right here. There goes the back of that set. And the same here, we have season 6, disc 1 and 2. Season 7, disc 1 and 2. And disc 3 also. And then season 8, 1, 2, and 3. And season 9, 1, and then 2 and 3. So very cool. The only episode that I don't recall, and I pride myself to usually remember the final episodes. I do not remember this final episode at all. So I'm gonna have to definitely go back and rewatch some of these seasons. This is definitely gonna be one of those shows that I'm gonna want to pop in and just kind of have on just to watch it. This is one of those shows. It's like after you've seen like a whole bunch of episodes of a certain show, like say Friends. They kind of turn into those shows that you'll just have on at random times, and you could be doing any sort of random task but still understand and pay attention and know which episode it is and what's going on in the episode. This is one of those shows for me, for sure. But here you have the Drew Carey Show, the complete series, and this one is out now from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. Fantastic. Super cool. Super stoked to have that part of the collection. Next up, we have some personal pickups. I don't get a chance to do a lot of hunting on my own very often because I'm so busy half the time. But finally took some time out, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go wander around a little bit and see what I find. So I ended up going to a thrift store, and I tend to hit thrift stores here and there just to find. Sometimes I'll find a random something here and there. I'm on the hunt for laser discs, to be honest, at thrift stores. I've looked out maybe once or twice, not very often, but a few. So that's kind of usually what I'm on the hunt for there. But definitely always hit the movies and see what they have. And I actually found a pretty good set of movies there. I found Wonder Woman right here on Blu-ray with the slipcover. I don't have this one. I have the commemorative edition version of this movie. I don't have this original one, which I've been on the hunt for a good while. Never found a good version of it because all the ones that I find are usually beat up, don't come with slipcovers, or or I'm just like, or they're a little too pricey for me. This one was a perfect copy. Very nice slipcover, nice embossed slipcover there, the nice holographic look. And again, I found it's just sitting there on the shelf in great condition, mind you. $2. So I was like, all right, I have to pick this one up. So very, very cool. There goes the back. And again, opened it up. Fantastic condition. Like everything was there. You have the Blu-ray and the digital copy, the disc 2 digital copy. But super stoked to find this one for $2. Like that was a shocker for me because I don't typically find like super great things. But yeah, I had a really good day at the thrift store. Next up is one that I never got a chance to pick up, and I saw it there. I was like, okay, cool. I don't have it, and that's Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I have the original Mortal Kombat, the first one, on Blu-ray, and I had been at the time that I got the original Mortal Kombat. I was looking for this one too, to pick up, and for some reason I could not find it anywhere. And every time I kept looking online, it was like for I didn't want to pay more than $5. I'll say that. So I just kind of forgot about it and saw it sitting there at the shelf at the thrift store. $2. In excellent condition. So I was like, all right, I'll pick that one up for $2. There goes the disc there. Again, no scratches, nothing like that. It was like brand new. Front, back, and spine. And yes, this is a terrible movie, guys. But it does kind of have a special place in my heart. As far as cheesy movies go, there's a lot of movies that I do love, that I actually really, really love a lot, that are some of the worst movies in the world. I'll just say that. And I'm not even going to lie about it. I'm not even going to front. Another one that I got there, that was a really, really big surprise. I must have caught them on a really good day, like when they had just stocked everything. And that doesn't normally happen very often. And now I can't even remember which day I went, to be perfectly honest. Because yeah, this one was a shocker for me too. I don't have this movie. I don't own it. Had been looking for it. And that's Wreck-It Ralph in 3D. $2. So it does have Blu-ray, 3D, and DVD and digital copy. So that was pretty cool. It didn't have a slipcover, which is unfortunate. But man, for $2 you can't beat that. And I'm always on the hunt for a good 3D movie. I'm starting to kind of like collect my 3D movies. I have a substantial amount, but there's also a good substantial amount that I don't have. So every time I see a 3D movie, I have to pick it up. I love me a good 3D movie. And I think I might have a video coming out soon, or hopefully soon in the near future, with kind of regarding 3D in general, because I love 3D. God, man, that's just, it's such a great format, and I'm starting to see it kind of roll back around, so that's kind of cool. We have the 3D copy right there, and then the digital disc, which kind of blows my mind that they did it that way, and the Blu-ray and the DVD. all in great condition, which again kind of floored me. I caught them on a good day, and that tells you right there. You know, hit up a thrift store every now and then, even when you're unsure, whatever. Sometimes you'll catch them. I don't want to say catch them slipping, but you'll catch a good day there. But very cool, $2. Another one that I got super excited about, and then kind of bummed at the same time after the fact, was I found this one here. Target exclusive metal pack for Minions. And I was like, I don't have that one. I have the Minions movie. Probably like, I think two copies of it or something like that. Don't have this Target exclusive. So I was like, okay, cool. There goes the back. Has all this stuff there. It even came with the bonus disc that is included, which is kind of cool. I was like, okay, wow, this is really complete. And I paid for it $2, just like all the rest of these movies are $2, just FYI. So I don't have to keep saying it. Yeah, so I got home, and then I started kind of wiping everything down. I do that because I'm a little bit of a germaphobe. So I started wiping everything down, and then I was like, oh no. So you probably already see. I started looking at it, and then I looked at it in the light, and I was like, oh no. It's like super beat up. Like super beat up. Like this thing got thrown around in a kid's room or something. I was like, oh man. So I mean, I'll keep it for now. It's acceptable for now. But if I find another one, definitely I'm gonna have to replace it. I can't justify this in my collection like long term like this. And then the back is worse. So it looks great, right? Like it is so dinged up like crazy. It kind of hurts my heart a little bit. But it was a cool find for $2. I'm not even gonna complain. Nice embossed cover here and stuff like that. Very, very cool. This is a very unique and cool metal pack nonetheless. It's not a steelbook. And it does have another bonus disc inside, which is weird. And then the Blu-ray copy right here, all in great condition. The discs are all great. And then we have the cool interior here, which I think is very neat there. And then they have the little disc holder right in the Minion's eye, which I think is pretty funny. And that right in the middle of the flower itself, which is kind of cool. I don't know if they did that purposely, but it worked out. And you can see the hinges of this metal pack here. And the front and back and spine. Which it sucks, man. It sucks to see it, but again, I'm not going to complain for $2. It's not that big of a loss. But yeah. All right, next up was one movie that I had to check my collection app for, because I was like, I'm absolutely sure that I have this movie. Turns out I didn't. And that is Beauty and the Beast. This is the live action Beauty and the Beast. I found this one on Blu-ray. So I was like, all right, I have to put this one in the collection as a Disney lover. And I actually really did like this movie as well. I thought it was really well done. But yeah, $2. Had to add that one. It was a no-brainer. Very cool. And the Blu-ray and DVD are right there. And the front, back, and spine. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to really think hard. What day was it that I did go? Because, yeah, I'm going to have to start hitting up the thrift store at that time. Because all these were from the thrift store. So that was pretty shocking. And then my last one here was another shocker. It was Ant-Man in 3D. And this is the UK, European version of the Blu-ray, the 3D Blu-ray here. And I just, again, casually found a 3D Blu-ray. there at the thrift store. So I thought that was pretty cool. And this is a cool one to add to the collection. I have an MCU collection. I have all the movies. I'm looking for alternate versions of various movies. This is one that I don't have, obviously. So every time, again, I'm not like hunting them down specifically, but if I casually come across them, definitely I will pick them up. And this is very, very cool find right there. There's the back there, and does have the specs for the 3D and Blu-ray. And then we have the Blu-ray and 3D discs right there in phenomenal condition. Really, really great. And front, back, and spine. Right there. Another cool thrift store find. And that's it. That's what I got for you guys today. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me and checking out this video. Because, yeah, this is a long one. I love doing these long ones because I get to kind of talk to you guys a little bit more. But I know sometimes it is a little bit taxing on the time. But thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up. If you dug it or found it informative in any way, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well, because I will be coming back with more videos as always. And with all that being said, we'll catch you next time.